And we are back. So, last we left off, the Fellowship had found themselves in the tunnels of the Old Ones and made a harrowing escape as they outrun the forces of chaos that have been colliding of Slaanesh and Nurgle. However, before they could completely escape, before they could pass through the final hurdle and flee through the doorway, they were coated with the bile of a great unclean one from quite some distance away, I might add, as the acidic nature and foul contagions held within ate away at them. One of the sisters of Shalia fell dead almost instantly, smoking, as maggots the size of baseballs writhed in and out of her corpse. All of you turned and ran, passing one after the other through the opaque doorway, that tingling cold sensation dancing across your flesh until you found yourself on the other side. And that, my friends, is where we're going to pick up. As all of you spill out into the other side, you find yourselves standing in the open. It's cool, not cold, but cool. A slight chill, perhaps, in the air. There is a low fog on the ground, a few feet in height. Comes up to around mid-thigh. You look around and it appears you're in some kind of marshland. None of you recognize it. But what would you like to do?
I'm assuming we're all like ripping these mats off of us, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're like covered in like, bile. And
Yeah, I am assuming all of you are doing so.
Yeah.
Maybe stop, drop, and roll,
The two sisters, the remaining sisters, Hema and Alda. Yeah, Hema and Alda, since Ute is no longer with us, will help as well. They begin to kind of help and go over you. And as two sisters survived, you are all very lucky. I'd already rolled for it. And the foul, corrupting rot of Nurgle does not take hold in any of your bodies, even though it should have, as they are able to reverse its effects before it takes hold too much. And you do not receive any further corruption, and you are not diseased.
well, praise Shalia.
Praise her name.
I'm sorry. Thank the lady.
Sorry, sisters. That young Ute.
Yes, this has been a terrible ordeal. I do not recognize this place. Does anyone know where we are?
You said it's like boggy, kind of like a swamp.
There's a low fog on the ground. You can tell you see greenery, and if you look back where you came from, there is a doorway, but it looks like standing stones. As if there was like a, kind of like Stonehenge. Like there were some stones stand up there, and they have the markings onto them of like the old ones. And there's nothing on the other side. They're just standing there, out in this marshland.
None of us recognize probably where we are, I assume.
Nope, none of you recognize this place.
Don't know where we are, sisters. Hopefully it's not too dangerous. As I kind of chuckle, I know it's gonna be. It's just, um, does it look like? Are we tired?
Seamus is. He's got.
I mean, yeah, all of
He's
you.
got
I
one
mean,
hit
you
point.
made a
I
harrowing
would think
escape.
that we are
Yeah.
pretty exhausted, actually.
Well, perhaps we can do a little scouting and perhaps find a place to rest.
And the sky is almost like fogged over. You can tell it might be daylight. You're not sure, though. There's that kind of glow on a cloudy day. And it begins to lightly sprinkle water, rain, a fine
What's it
mist.
smell like? Does it smell? I mean, does the rain smell foul or anything like that?
It does not.
Okay.
It's like appears to be normal rain. If anything, it probably feels good right now.
Is there any? Can I do a perception check to see if there's any like woods or a copse of trees or something like that?
Why don't we have somebody give me an outdoor survival roll?
I'm not the one to do that.
Mine's a 51. If anyone has better than that.
All right.
I'll just take a shot. Just take a shot.
Oh, all right. Go for it.
I failed. I had to beat a 22. So yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Since Bragadine's looking for everyone at this point, you don't find anything. And as you're looking around, you just see marshland. You just see wet, soppy marshland, and it is raining. There appears to be no shelter that you can see. Marius. No, actually, Seamus. Seamus, go ahead and give me a tracking roll.
18 out of 56.
18 out of 56. So, Seamus, as you're kind of looking around, you do see and as you're kind of moving forward, you see a corpse kind of just laid out, and some of the you notice because it's kind of an odd lump looking where some of the mist is cascading over it, and you walk over to it and you can tell it appears to be one of the Dawizar, the Chaos Dwarves, that were accompanying the Witch Hunter Cole. His armor has been bashed inwards, and it looks like he's been bludgeoned to death. And you do see tracks where a battle happened. Large feet. Very large feet. And you do see a direction that you think that this party may have traveled.
It's a hard place to find a body. Point where the footprints are. We can follow those.
Coolmouth.
Is it Coolmouth or is it just a regular Dawizar?
It is not Coalmouth. It is one. If you, I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
But you would be able to judge from the lack of elaborate armor that it is not Coalmouth.
Yeah. It's one of those croons.
Looks like we're close. Not too far away from them. On the trail.
Well, we got nothing else to do unless you want to set up here.
Well, do I see the big tracks as well?
If Seamus points them out to you, you'd be able to tell that there's like these, and it's very kind of muddy, so things are preserved better than they probably should be. The rain might wash it away, the new rain coming in, but for now, you're not sure how old this is, but you can see these larger kind of tracks. They look like they have 3 toes. Big feet. About the size of an ogre's.
Does it look like animalistic, or does it look humanoid?
It has a humanoid shape to it.
It doesn't happen to have like between the footprints, like a single drag mark of perhaps a tail being dragged.
You do not see anything like that.
Okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah. I say we move on until we can find someplace safe. Follow the tracks.
All right. I'm going to need everyone to give me endurance checks, since we are not resting, and we're going to push forward.
53 out of 67.
All right. Braggadine?
Hold on, I got a 55. I'm pretty sure I passed that. 55 out of 62.
Okay, very good. And Marius?
35 out of 70.
Very good. All right. All of you pass. You notice that the 2 sisters are beginning to kind of lag behind. They are not as physically adept as the rest of you, and they're starting to slow you down as they are being overcome with exhaustion.
Marius, we need to find a place to rest. The 3 of us, I mean, we are strong enough, but the mistresses, they have not been through the trials we have. The first dry spot we find, we must, I beg of you to let them rest.
You told me there was no safe place around here, and I bowed to your superior outdoor survival.
Indeed.
I do believe I mocked my own abilities in that.
And then you.
Perhaps
Yes.
you did not hear me.
You're quite bad at it. Don't do it
Yes.
again. And yeah, I mean, until I can make a check, until I can find,
Yes.
I'm assuming I'm just kind of forced to move on. So
Yes, you guys are all moving forward as is. Seamus you're able to track relatively well the direction you think that these people were moving. Are you following the larger steps, or are you following, I'm assuming you're trying to follow the witch hunters party?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You're kind of moving in that direction. And you come over the crest of a hill. And you notice that there are trees out ahead of you. The mist is still thick about the ground. It's strange. You've never heard of a land like this. It's bizarre. There's mist everywhere. So much so that as you glance out to your left and your right, you don't know if there are mountains. You don't see the horizon. It's almost like you're on a different planet. It's bizarre. There are strikes of lightning out in the distance, storms coming through. But you do see essentially a forest ahead. It appears that the tracks move into this forest. And further past that, you see possibly a mountain structure. There's so much mist around it, you're not sure. There's something past the forest. You also see off to your right, Seamus, a set of hills. And it looks like, from this distance even, you do see the mouth of what appears to be some kind of cave. It might take you a few hours to get to it, but you could get to it. The options are yours. What would you guys like to do?
What do you think, Marius? And try for a cave. Go into this forest and maybe run across more of those elves.
Hopefully give us better protection than out in the woods.
Hopefully there's no monsters in there.
I agree.
Are you moving towards the cave?
Yes.
Okay. All of you are moving in that direction. About an hour passes, and you're in still more marshy kind of land. Another hour passes. You feel like you're getting close to the cave.
I'll carry the sisters if they get too tired.
Yeah, they are tired, but they are trudging on currently. Your guys' pace has not been as quick because of them kind of slowing you down, but you are making decent time. You think it might just be over the hill. You're not sure. And as I said, this is just flat territory. Rolling flat kind of hills. Not a lot of vegetation. The mist is about your thigh level. And then suddenly it feels like all of your guys' vision begins to dim as the fog is rolling upwards. It's getting thicker as you're moving forward. Are you guys doing anything?
I assume Braggadine is actually, in fact, Braggadine is taking up the rear, just making sure the sisters are getting along and there's no boogeyman about to grab us from the back.
Okay.
And if he sees that, he points that out, like, Marius, Seamus, this fog bank, it or whatever it is, it appears to be rolling in and getting thicker and closer.
Mm-hmm. And you guys all hear this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming we're all kind of get the idea that this is kind of unnatural and we're readying ourselves.
It's a strange land. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. We are. I'm getting, I got my pick out and
okay,
looking around as best I can. I know it's foggy, but
yeah. You begin to look around. I need to ask all of you a question, and I need you to do your best not to metagame. Okay. How close are all of you to each other in this moment?
Braggadine is 3 meters up, 10 feet behind the women.
Okay.
Assuming that he's at the very back.
Okay.
And the women are just a few meters, 10 feet in front of him.
Yeah.
And I assume the boys are in front of them.
Okay. Seamus and Marius, how far are you from the sisters?
Nice knowing you guys.
I'm assuming we're within, like, I don't know, relatively close, not too close where we're not, like, tripping over each other, but, like, maybe 6 feet, something like that,
And
where we're kind of...
How much between Seamus and Marius? How much distance?
Between ourselves? I mean, the same, I would assume.
About,
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
This fog begins to pick up, and you hear Braggadine speaking, and then it seems distant, and then silence. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Fuck.
Braggadine heard that.
Oh, wrong dice.
All of you, roll me initiative, please.
Great. Yeah. Braggadine rolled 9.
9 for Braggadine, okay. Marius, Seamus?
Shit.
I got a 10.
Okay. Braggadine, Seamus.
Marius got another 15.
15. Okay, Marius, Seamus, Braggadine. Good. Good.
What does sisters roll?
Let me roll for them, actually.
Just in case I want to drop some heals on someone who's got 1 hit point.
Sisters are last.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, don't worry. That rolled a
Useless.
natural 1 on this, so they don't have much of initiative here, so they're going last. All right. So here's what happens. Marius, you're up first. As you hear the sounds of bracketing go silent, you tilt your head and you notice there is no sound. And then you look over to your left where Seamus was and you can't see him. Then you look behind you where the sisters were and you can't see them. You can only see about a foot in front of you. This is very much not natural. What would you like to do?
I mean, I am shouting out, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you're shouting out?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be like, Seamus! Martin!
Give me a perception test at -20.
Who?
Marius.
Well, okay.
41 out of 44.
Okay. As you shout out, Marius, you call out to your companions. You feel something strike you between the shoulders. It's massive and heavy. You take 15 wounds. You boom! And you kind of stumble forward. And as you turn about, looking to where the blow came from, all you see is a massive hammer being held by some kind of reptilian-looking hand as it recedes back into the fog.
Oof.
And now it is Seamus' turn.
Seamus has dropped down to a knee, since I assume I can't see anyone anymore.
You can't see anyone.
So I'll just drop down to a knee, and I don't know if I would have heard what just happened or not.
You don't. You don't hear it.
Since I would be staying very quiet and listening to see if I hear Marius's footsteps.
Go ahead and give me
5 feet behind me.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception test at -20.
-20? Alright. That is going to be a 32 out of 36. Yeah.
All right. You're being quiet, Seamus. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll real quick.
Ah, this is not as good. Rerolling that. Crit failed. Failed again. Yeah, it's like 5 levels of failure.
Okay.
3 levels of failure.
Seamus, you hear a and by the time you hear it, it's too late. As a bludgeon connects with the side of your head.
Oof.
You have just enough time to see a thick tail with what looks to be like some kind of rock or something. Some kind of natural bony growth at the tip of it that smacks you about the side of the head. And it deals 12 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that drops you past 0.
It does.
It does. So let's roll for the critical wound real quick. Go and roll me D100. We'll see what this does.
50.
50. All right. You're struck between the eyes. Your nose cracks. You have 2 bleeding conditions, and you are permanently blinded until your bleeding conditions are removed. So, which means you go unconscious as you are at 0.
Yes.
As you slump to the floor. And that is the end of your turn, Seamus. Which brings us to Bracketing. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
So I don't have no clue what happened to the boys,
Nope. You've lost sight of everyone.
including the women.
Including everyone. You can only see a foot in front of you. If you were to pull your sword out and point it into the mist, you would not be able to see the tip of your sword.
Well, I do happen to have that out, and I will have it up in a slight guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I will kind of do a back step, side step, moving where my friends should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to make any noise, though. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
All right.
See if I
Go ahead
can
and
hear
give me a stealth check.
Okay. Come on. Oh, ready. Oh, yeah. I got I don't know if it'll be enough, but I got 26 under 31.
Okay. And give me a perception test at minus 20.
Okay. So I got a 43 under 54, so I got 1 level of success.
Okay. Bragadine, you begin to quietly move in the direction of where you last saw your compatriots. And you feel something. You feel almost like a brush of wind. And you spin around and instinctively move to raise your shield. I need you to... You wouldn't... Here's the thing. How would Bragadine react? Would he move to dodge or would he move to block?
So Bragadine is already hunched down.
Okay.
So at this point, he's probably 4, 6 at the top of him because I'm hunched down. I'm already a short dude, so hunched down, kind of pulled in close. My shield would be up a little bit at a kind of so it'd be my shield.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a defense roll with your shield, except for you don't get the plus 20 because a large creature is attacking you.
Okay. It don't matter. Well, I hope not, because I rolled a 23 under 64. So that was 4 levels of success.
Okay. Bragadine, you raise your shield up as a large hammer held in one hand, and you can see that this hand is scaled, almost reptilian looking. It is a almost reddish kind of color, greenish even. It's a strange, unique tone to it. There are talons on this hand as well. The weapon doesn't look very elaborate. It looks like it's made of stone, but it does have intricate carvings upon it. As it rushes out of the fog, you have just enough time to bring up your shield, and it glances off of your shield. You feel strength behind this. It was a miss. And you see a single baleful red eye glow in the mist for a moment before it disappears. And that is the end of your turn. Holy shit. Seamus. You're unconscious.
Yes. Yeah.
Suddenly, you rouse from consciousness. And the two sisters are hunched over the top of you, shh, 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 whispering to each other. You are no longer bleeding. You have one wound. It's not your turn yet. but they rolled a critical success on their perception test to find you. So
That's what I'm talking about.
So you're good on that one, at
Pretty
least.
shallow.
Yes, and they're hunched down and they look terrified. Marius, it's your turn. Marius?
I just took a strike in the back.
Oh, yes.
And I don't see anything. Like it vanished right back into the nest.
It vanishes back. It vanished back into the mist. You can make me another test if you want. This won't count as your action.
Mm-hmm.
Perception test minus 20 if you want to make it.
I mean, I guess I would have to
Yeah.
if I don't see anything. I have to reroll. My last reroll. That's not too bad. 32 out of, you said minus 20?
Yes.
32 out of 44.
I'm glad you burned that that last fortune point, because I crit failed on his stealth roll, so you would have seen him no matter what.
How was I?
I know. I love it. I love it so much. As for a moment, some of the fog parts, and you see a 10-foot tall creature with a single red eye, just revealed for just a moment. Very broad, muscular soldiers. An almost ogre-like disc along its midsection for armor. A very crude-looking hides that it's wearing about its waist. It has a hammer in each hand, and it looks like it has a tail thrashing behind it that also has a large maul at the end of it made of probably bone. It doesn't have any horns, except for it has a strange mouth, almost like a reptilian or a lizard-like maw that punches forward from its face. You can see it has two slits for noses and a single red, baleful eye. There are small tusks coming out the sides of its mouth. And this is the stuff of legends. This is a Famir. What would you like to do?
I would like to attack it.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
And, well, I'm going to use a resilience to...
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
All right. What's the maximum damage you can do?
Maximum damage? Let me see. 25 damage plus armor piercing.
Okay. All right. Marius. Roll me a D100.
Okay. That's going to be 79.
Okay, roll me one more.
Nine.
Oh, not good. Marius, you lance out and you do massive damage as your pick carves, just plants into its chest. You can feel that its skin is almost like a natural armor, but you pierce into it and this black, syrupy-looking blood spills out over it, and the thing, it's this strange caw that comes out of its mouth in a bizarre rain of sound, and it looks severely hurt as it pulls away from you. It is actively bleeding from the wound, but that's the extent of it. As it takes a few steps away, and the fog begins to envelop it. Would you like to do anything else?
No, I'm just gonna finish my turn.
Okay. Right. It is severely wounded. That brings us to Seamus McCready. You are awake. You are prone. The sisters are kind of hushed over the top of you. Shh, shh, and they're kind of glancing back and forth. What would you like to do?
Kind of like crouch back up. I was holding the thunder. Do I see it anywhere?
It would be laying somewhere nearby, within reach, if you wanted to pick it up as your free action.
Yeah, I'll pick it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Would I by chance have heard any of that commotion?
Give me a perception test at -20.
All right. Ooh, that is a 20 out of 36.
Okay, I'll say this. You will have heard the cry out of the creature. But you didn't hear much of anything else. You can tell the distance. It's not very far from you. Would you like to take a shot in the dark?
Oh, never.
I will say this. You heard the direction.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to take a shot at -20. If
Go
you
for
hit,
it, bro. Remember
if
how
you
well
hit,
you
you're
did
going to
with
hit.
Michael Freeze.
Because you're an expert marksman. You kind of have an idea of where it is. And if you miss, you're going to shoot Marius. So it's up to you.
Exactly. I don't want to
It's up to you.
Would this be considered an aimed shot?
No, because you had to sacrifice some movement to stand up.
Okay. It's a 37 out of 87.
Okay. Seamus. Though you can't see what happens, you hear the cry out, and Marius, you see the creature kind of stumble back and the mist begin to overtake it as boom! A shot rings out behind you, Marius. And a hole opens up in this thing's chest near where you had severely wounded it. And it flies backwards into the mist, disappearing. Seamus, you don't see anything. You don't hear a thud. You might have hit it. You honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
With the explosion of your weapon, some of the mist dissipates around your person. There's a small bubble, for now, around you of about 2 feet, where you can see. And that is going to be your turn, I believe, because you've used all your actions.
Yep.
So that's going to bring us to Bragadine.
All right. What has Bragadine heard or seen?
You would have heard the gunshot, and you can kind of gauge where it's from. Now, you deflected a blow of a creature. You know it's out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hear it. It's very, for the size of the thing, it's unnerving that you can't hear it. There's obviously something not right happening.
Is there any way that I would know the approximate direction to make a shot in the dark attack?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you an attack. However, make your perception test at -20.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got 26. Let me see. So out of 54, I got one full level and one almost level. So
Okay. All right. So, as you're glancing out, you don't see anything. You can swing into the fog if you'd like. It'll be at a -30, however, for the attack. It'll be
Okay.
a blind swing.
And Seamus is much taller than me, and all the women are taller than me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As you're kind of stumbling
I'm
around.
Can I tell the direction of where the shot was?
Yes, you can. The funny thing is, yes, you can. You heard it, and you kind of head snaps back, and you think you know where it is. Now, will you walk in that direction? That's to be seen. But you could attempt.
I'm gonna try and head towards the sound.
Okay, you go to move away, Bragadine. You have 6th sense, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a dodge roll.
God damn it! I know I should just apply something. No. 94.
Okay, Bragadine. You feel a crunch
5.
in your back.
That was a failure.
Yeah. You and you kind of stumble forward. You take 15 wounds.
Armor toughness.
You do get to use your this actually bypasses your armor, but you do get your toughness bonus. Because you're wearing plate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything on under the plate?
Plate and chain.
Okay, the chain still stays. It bypasses the plate for this time.
2, 6, 9. That's still one more, so I'm 0.
Okay, that's a critical wound. Then go and roll me a D100.
Oh, we could attack. 37.
37 to the back is going to be... Go and roll me a D10.
Nine.
Okay. Bragadine, the blow lands low and catches you in your lower kind of midsection. And you feel that your ribs are bruised for the next 9 days. You have a -10 penalty to all agility rolls.
Okay.
So not too bad. Not too bad.
No, not too bad at all.
So for the next 9 days, -10 on agility, which is stealth. But yes. Regardless, though, you do slump to the ground. You are prone at 0. As you you can crawl half your movement, if you like, in that direction.
I'm going to crawl 1/4 of my movement and use the other half to kind of roll over onto my back so I can have my shield up and my sword at least pointing up. I know I can't do anything, but
okay.
It seems like a tactical thing to do.
All right. And as you do so, you kind of roll over onto your back and you kind of hold your shield up. Let's see here. Seamus, the sisters, there's kind of a wide berth around you, Seamus, and they kind of come close, seeing your wounds, and whispering a quick incantation. Hema heals you for 7 wounds magically.
Oh yeah, Hema!
However, as she finishes her incantation, you see the color drain from her face, and she goes down to a knee. And Alda runs up next to her and kind of holds her. And she's holding her. And the gods are displeased when you use their gifts too often. And she may not be capable of giving you any more relief for some time.
I need my relief!
I'm sorry, she miscast. So there's miscast for divine spells as well. But yes. So that brings us now to, well, Seamus, ironically. Go ahead and give me a perception test straight.
All right. Is this something special, or am I just skipping over Marius?
You're getting a straight perception test to see if you get to attempt to block this blow that's going to take your head off.
Oh, God. All right. Ooh, so if it's straight, it was a 37 out of 56.
Okay. It's your choice, Seamus. You can either block at a -20 or you can dodge.
We will blocking with the. Do I have the choice what I block it with?
You can. Yeah, I'll let you choose. You have your sword is fast. I would allow you to draw your sword. Yes.
Okay. Then we shall block it.
Okay. All right. You go ahead.
34 out of 55.
That is just enough, Seamus. As a massive tail, the same one that probably bludgeoned you before, you see your own blood coating its surface, flings out from the nearby fog. With the fog dissipated around you, you have time to duck underneath as the blow goes wide. Alda kind of screams out, "Ah!" as she sees it pass overhead. And you are not struck.
Give me that momentum.
You do have a point of momentum. Marius. It is your turn. Or at least it would be, Marius. Did you not hear some feet padding towards you?
Large feet?
Small feet. Too small.
Small man.
As two creatures come lunging out of the fog, Marius, resembling the larger one you fought before, but these ones much smaller, about 4 feet tall. And they have little shittily made daggers in their hands. They have no armor on their body, and they're going to try to stab you.
Little kobolds.
So I need you to defend yourself, Marius.
Just normal defense. I can use like my.
Yes.
Okay. I use my pick then. I rolled the 22.
Okay. These ones are not shielded by the mist like the other ones were. So they rolled really bad on their stealth checks. The first one you annihilate. You just backswing and its head comes clean off. There's just a body just slumps to the ground. Black, disgusting blood spills out everywhere. The next one, go ahead and defend yourself.
That is a 59 out of 90.
So 69, 79, 89. Marius. The little creature lunges towards you and stabs you in your left leg with this little shitty dagger. It only deals 6 wounds.
Okay.
And as it does, it kind of sticks into your leg. Does that even pierce the skin for you?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So it doesn't even go all the way through. It just glances off. It's and it kind of looks away from you, and then it goes, throws its hands up, and is going to try to run away. You get a free attack if you'd like.
Kick him up and eat him.
Oh shit! I'm gonna waste them on these small guys. I rolled 20.
Okay,
Rip his head off.
You eat. So how would you like to kill the small creature?
I guess just like grab it by the back of its head and just squeeze, you know.
Easily done. You reach out after killing the first one. If this thing tries to stab you ineffectually, you just crunch its head like a ripe melon between your fingers. It's big. One of its nasty looking eye kind of squeezes out between your knuckles, and it's like this. It feels like a almost like Jello pudding, kind of squeezes between your knuckles and then just seeps across your hand. It's disturbing. A lesser man would be mortified, but you're not a lesser man.
I mean, we've killed hundreds of things.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, this is child's play. But yes, so you killed this other small creature. All right. So Marius, now it is your official turn after these creatures lay dead at your feet.
Okay. I don't see. Do I hear the commotion of braggadine and
give me
Seamus
a
fighting?
perception test at -20.
Damn it! All right.
I know.
Ooh, 12 out of 44.
Okay. For a brief moment, you do hear the clang of metal as you do hear Seamus blocking a blow. He grunts due to the shock, the strength behind this blow. You do hear the sisters as well. You would also, with that, you would hear.
Damn, you're ugly.
You would hear a small voice, "Help me, Marius!" as there's a man crawling on his back.
Did I notice the cry?
You would hear the cry. It's very low cry of braggadine.
Carry me like a papoose.
It's almost inaudible.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's. I would assume it'd be loud, like braggadine would just be like, "Man!"
Well, he probably is crawling loud. But due to the nature of this fog, it's very quiet. Yeah,
that checks out.
Yeah.
I guess I would run to whichever direction I felt was closer.
Please don't run over me.
I'm going to give you a coin toss. It's up to you. It's due to the nature of this fog, it would be hard to tell. You do get a beat on each one, though.
I'll roll the D100 and you tell me which way I go.
Okay, all right.
Below 50 or...
Okay, below 50, you're going to Seamus.
One.
I rolled a 38.
Okay, so you start heading over towards Seamus. Leave bracketing to his fate. It's fine. As you begin moving in the direction, and... at the top of the round, Seamus, the fog recedes back inwards, as it was before. So you're back within that 1 foot barrier of fog. However, Marius, you see a shape up ahead. It could be anything.
Is it lying on the ground?
It's standing up.
Is it large?
It's hard to tell. Could be Seamus.
Is it in charge?
Could be a creature. Who knows?
I mean, I'm running full force.
You're running full force?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna run full force. Let's do it.
Okay. You're gonna attack?
Bro, I mean, I'm a seasoned warrior. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I can make a quick reaction.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay.
I hope you miss.
If this is you.
Please miss.
I rolled a 13 out of...
God damn it.
90.
Let me see if this can... it can't fucking block it. I was hoping you miss and tag Seamus instead. You see the form open up. And then there is this large creature that has just swung over Seamus's head, and it looks back and sees you and moves one of its arms to try to catch the blow ineffectually as you tear through its left arm. How much damage is that from you?
That is 20 plus armor piercing.
Okay, severe damage as you rip through its left arm, and it drops its left hammer. It has one hammer still in its right arm. Would you like to do anything else? Is that it for you, Marius?
That is going to be it for me. Do I see Seamus now, or am I just monster?
With the commotion, I will say that some of the fog dissipates, and you can see Seamus. And Seamus, you can see Marius. And now, Seamus, it's your turn. Yes.
Aw, sick. Can we go back to back, bro, like in God of War?
Sure, why not?
Oh, yeah. Was it?
I will say the creature is currently exposed. So if you'd like to make an attack, Seamus, you can.
Oh yeah, the attack's happening. Do I have 2 momentum from the gunshot?
Yes, you do. You have 2 momentum.
Right, all right. Oh yeah, that's a 10 out of 95.
Okay. Is this your sword?
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's going to attempt to block. All right. Seamus, how much damage is that from you?
Let's see. So it is 9 plus. That is going to be 17.
17. Seamus, how do you kill this creature?
Ooh, I like to think I come in low, like cut it down by the leg.
Mm-hmm.
It drops down to its leg, and then I just come in with another slashing blow, like right across its throat. Upward strike.
Okay.
Then I fling the blood off my sword. Very Jinsakai.
Of course. As you slice the throat open, you feel the surge, that cold surge, as you absorb some of the essence of this creature. And were you not resistant to chaos, as your body is, you would be taking a point of corruption right now. But you resist it, and you do recover a wound as you kill this creature.
Feels so good.
And it falls dead at your feet. As this happens, the fog does not dissipate.
Oh,
is there anything else you'd like to do, Seamus?
do I see the women and Marius?
You can see Marius. You have lost track of the women at this point.
I'd be backpedaling if I still have movement left to find the women.
Okay, you're kind of looking for them. Give me a perception test at -20.
This is the worst. Oh, that's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay. You do actually find them again. But upon finding them, you've lost track of Marius. So Marius, you see Seamus slice this thing down and then kind of move off in a different direction, and you've lost sight of him.
Oh, we're sending it back into the bushes,
Yep. You're like, damn it! So that is the end of your turn. Bragadine, what would you like to do?
All right, so do I know any idea what's going on around me? I mean, I can hear slaughter or battle.
No, it would be barely audible, and with you having bruised ribs and everything, you probably don't hear much. You heard a gunshot before, but time has passed since then. Now, we'll say, do you have any resolve?
I do.
Okay, you can use a point of resolve to give yourself a wound and stand up, because you don't have any other conditions.
All right, let's do that. Let's use resolve.
Yeah.
Give myself a little wound. And we'll stand up and Marius! Seamus!
Go ahead and give me a perception test at -20. I love this fight, guys. It's great.
It blows, bro,
It does. I love it so much.
Got 1 level of success. I got a 43 under 54.
Okay. You call out. They don't hear you, but you think you might see a shape. You're not sure. It would take your full movement to get to it.
Is the shape in the direction where I think I heard the gunshot?
It's hard to tell, Bragadine, with 1 success level.
I will move 1/4 of my movement directly to my right,
Okay.
and then half of my movement forward.
All right. You trying to circle around this thing that you see?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me an athletics test.
Oh shit! I passed it. I got a 7.
Okay.
7 under.
All right.
Yeah.
You are walking around relatively blindly, keeping your eyes on this thing as you're walking around. And there are several opportunities for you to perhaps, sprain your ankle. Any number of things that could happen as you walk around. But nothing takes place as you begin to circle around the side of it. Do you want to do anything with your action?
I'm really just gonna ready myself to defend myself.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you an extra 10 on the next perception test you make. So the next one will be at a -10.
Okay, cool.
And I need you to make it right now. So go ahead and make me a perception test at -10.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm so glad you gave that to me because you got a 52 under 64.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You're keeping your eye on that figure. And a club-like appendage strikes you in the gut from the opposite direction, swings around, smacks you in the gut.
His broken ribs.
Let's go ahead and roll this critical wound real quick. Go ahead and roll me D100.
Jesus Christ.
95.
Yes. Oh, yes. Those are the fatal ones. This is going to be good. All right. Unless you want to... So you have options here,
Fight point.
Braggedy.
Fight point.
We're
It's not
probably
instant
doing it
death.
this time, but I want-
It's not instant death. It strikes you almost in your throat, breaking your collarbone. You immediately become unconscious. And you have a major broken bone that will require surgery to be put back together, essentially. On your body, that means you're at a -20 to all tests, period.
Broken collarbone?
Yes. Unless you choose to have this not hit you.
Well, it's amazing because she's heard me cry out and beg her favors so much that I'm sure the lady blessed me with some good fate at this moment, and I'm going to drop one from my total.
Okay. I need to ask, this is important. Do you want the strike to miss, or do you want to make it through this combat encounter?
All right. I'm going to roll a die. Miss, even encounter.
Okay. So you want to you want to just make it through the encounter?
No, I've rolled an odd, so we're just going to let it miss.
Okay. All right. So the blow goes wide by some miracle, Bragadine. Perhaps the lady is with you. As you feel a little twinkle as this club comes hurtling towards you, and at the last moment you manage to dodge out of the way. And it fades back into the mist once again, Bragadine. And that brings us to the top of the round with Marius Wolf.
I guess I'm rolling perception, bro.
Yes, you are. -20.
I failed. 64 out of 44.
Okay.
20,
You begin looking around.
Two levels lower.
You can't find Seamus. You hear something, maybe Bragadine, you don't know.
He doesn't know which direction I went in.
There's a whole lot of white. Well, he thinks he knows what direction you went in. Will he end up walking in that direction? Probably not. The choice is yours, Marius.
I guess I'll go into the direction I thought Seamus was.
Okay.
At least that's somewhere I saw someone, you know?
Yep. You kind of begin
It was a ghost.
moving that way, and you're kind of just stumbling along.
Don't toy with me, Spectre.
And you move. Do you move your? How do you go your full movement, or how far do you go?
Sorry, 1 second.
Oh Jesus!
I will.
from beyond.
Yes, I will. I mean, I'll be like maybe half moving because I'll be kind of like slowly moving, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to run. You know.
Okay.
So.
With that, you won't need to make an athletics test. You're kind of moving forward, and you don't run into anything. It's so limited vision here.
All right.
And that's it.
I'm just ready for combat. Yeah.
All right, you're just ready for combat, on edge.
Yeah.
That brings me to Seamus. What would you like to do?
It sounds like first I gotta make my perception.
Minus 20.
And then after that, I'm gonna be trying to kill something. Oh, that's a 6 out of 36.
Okay, Seamus. You see a creature move past you in the fog. It keeps going past you. You also see, you look over to your right, and for a moment you see the shadow of a large form. And that's it. That's all you see. That's it. That's all you can see.
So suspenseful.
I know.
I have one of the ladies is like hurt, kind of.
You're not. You're no expert in this kind of stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing.
yeah, you have no idea what's happening with her.
So, I'm just gonna be trying to protect them because I need them right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I would just be standing really close to them, just waiting for this thing to come back.
Do you want to reload your gun, or do you want to do something else?
No, because I had the sword in my hand, so I'm waiting for it to get, close enough to where I can try to block it.
Okay. All right. You could draw your pistol if you want.
I'll just draw a pistol and fire it then. Just fire it into the air.
Into the air?
Or at this creature, if the creature's within 20 feet.
It'd be impossible to know, but go ahead and give me a shot at minus 30. Please shoot Bragadine.
Right.
Please shoot Bragadine.
I mean, it would be really funny.
Oh, I'm going to have to
You
reroll
already
that
killed
and
my
roll the
sister,
91.
so...
Our second roll was a 28 out of the minus 30 is a 46.
Okay. You level the pistol in the direction of the large shape, and you boom! Another explosive round. As the mist kind of disperses around you, you have more vision. And you see it connect with the creature. And in Bragadine, you hear audibly, and Bragadine, the mist thins a little bit. And there's a creature standing above you, taller than the other ones I've described. This one has horns on the side of its head, and it has a large staff in its hand that looks like it has some kind of skulls and totems attached to it. And the creature is holding its so you a 20. Yeah, it's holding his left arm where it's bleeding, and he says something in some debased, hissing, disturbing language. And then he fades into the mist. And within moments, the mist begins to disperse. And it is that simple, normal fog along the ground. And we're out of combat.
We see each other.
You can all see each other.
Run up and hug each other, you know.
Yep. Ah, I missed you.
No, it
Touch
hurts.
me.
Don't.
Yeah, Bragadine looks fucked up. He doesn't look good.
We see the cave still.
Okay, you go to look up, you look, and you go to see the cave, and yeah, the cave is still in the distance. It's not too far away. Maybe 15, 20 minutes you could be there.
Do we see the bodies of these things on the ground?
You look around. You don't see the bodies.
I'll
There's
squat
blood.
down and check in with the two women, make sure she's okay.
You squat down, and the Lady Hema is coming to her recognizance. Alda is kind of supporting her. This happens from time to time. It is not easy for us mere mortals to call on the power of the goddess. She must rest.
You can praise your goddess and save your strength, because it's over.
Shelley's mercy, what is this place?
I'm not sure. Can you walk? Can you get up?
Yes, we can both walk.
Well, you best get up, because we're walking.
Okay. Marius, since you were looking, you don't see bodies, but you do see blood. Lots of blood.
Even the small creatures?
You don't see the small creatures. You see blood as well, from where the corpses were. You also see Marius. You see drag marks, as if the bodies were pulled away somewhere.
There's more of them out there. They dragged away the bodies. Let's move as quickly as we can to the cave.
I'm right behind you.
Brandon looks messed up.
Hack up and spit a huge glob of blood on the ground.
And you keep moving in the direction of the cave. It's downhill, and then it's kind of in almost like a hillock on the side here, this small opening. As all of you begin to approach, I hate to do this to you guys. Everybody give me perception tests again.
You don't.
Do you, bro?
Do you?
I do.
You
I do.
don't, bro.
I just hate to do this.
Yeah,
But
let's get these perception tests.
I got a 59 out of 56.
Okay.
Is it minus 20 again?
No, minus 20. This is a normal roll.
Okay, well then if that's the case, I got 55 out of 64.
Okay. And Bragadine?
I got a 66 out of 74.
2 crits. Okay. You guys are moving towards the cave, and this makes sense because Seamus is kind of talking with the ladies. He's actually a little bit closer to them than the rest of you. Marius, I imagine you're a little bit further ahead, and Bragadine stumbling behind. Marius, you see 2 shapes up above the cave entrance, kind of up on the crest of this little kind of small hill that this is built into. You see them kind of raise slightly out of the fog on the ground, and you see elaborate armor. The figures appear to be tall, thin. The armor is white and blue. It has threads of very fine-looking material, for almost like a cape, billowing from their backs. And they each have white longbows in their hands, and they are drawn taut and pointed at all of you. At the same moment, Bragadine, you don't hear them, but due to your sixth sense and your critical perception, you feel creatures moving up behind you, and you turn around, and there are 3 humanoids. With your critical, I'll give you there are 2 men and 1 woman. They're very tall. Very thin looking despite the heavy armor that they're wearing. And what's more concerning is they're wearing like heavy, what would be considered plate armor, but they were completely almost silent in their approach. They each have a spear and a large tower-like shield. And the spears are almost at your neck by the time you turn around. What are we doing, everyone?
Bragadine will, very obviously with exaggerated movements, sheathe his sword.
Okay. You sheathe your sword, and the creatures, which now you can see, they have very pale skin. And now that you're looking, they have pointed ears.
Yeah.
And they begin to... Yeah, exactly. They begin to talk, and when they speak, it's almost like music. You don't understand it. And they begin to take a few steps away as all of you hear a voice call out from the cave. In the similar language. It has a little more bass to it, though. And a tall figure steps out from the entrance of this cave. He has an interesting looking hat. It has almost like a moon shape on it. He's wearing the equivalent of robes, white and blue, flowing robes, what you might picture a magician in. He has a long, tall staff with also a moon shape upon it, embolized in gold. He has a necklace and a vials around his hip. And he looks over. You can see his face he's obviously an elf. He looks over at all of you.
There's kind of backing up and getting in between these people. And
as you're beginning to back up, he motions his hands, and you see the bows begin to lower from up above. I see we have men of the Empire here. Unexpected.
Bragadine is going to speak up right at that moment in Bretonnian.
This is in Reichspiel.
But in Bretonnian, he's still going to... There's a lot of high elf architecture in Bretonnia, and he's just going to say, we have men from all places of the old world, Master Elf.
Well, you men are barely above mud-dwelling barbarians, but 'tis a small dispute. You see a little bit of crackle of energy about his eyes, Bragadine. All of you seem very interesting. You may come forward. And he motions his hands out towards all of you.
Bragadine will start to walk forward. stagger
Okay.
forward,
Yeah.
limp forward.
It doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
No,
We're
it doesn't.
You know, so we'd probably all walk forward, I would assume.
As you move forward, the elven man takes a few steps. He doesn't appear to be... He's carrying himself well. He actually has a bit of a limp as he's walking towards you. He's leaning heavily on his staff. I was not expecting your kind here. At least none that appears to be sane from the looks of you. And he looks over at Marius, and he really looks at you, Marius. Interesting. Then he looks towards Seamus. And you hear him say something in Elven. And the two men with bows once again tighten their grip and aim it towards Seamus McCready. But don't loose yet. Then he moves over to Bragadine. You. Where did you steal this from? And he points towards your shield.
With a silent grimace of pain, Bragadine straightens up and puffs out his chest as much as possible. Not trying to be threatening, but to show his pride. One cannot steal that which already belongs to him.
Belonged, you say? Does that look like it was crafted by barbarian hands? That is of my people. Thief.
I will. You may say thief, but I say no. This has been passed on my family for many generations.
Very well. And he turns away from you. You may come. Rest. You look exhausted. I may have need of you regardless. And he just begins to walk into the cave.
Marius is very suspicious of these people. So he's
Bragadine,
keeping quiet and being very tense.
Mm-hmm.
come, friends. Let us see what they have in store for us. Yeah, Bragadine will lead the way unless Marius or Seamus kind of run in front of him.
All right.
No, I wouldn't run in front of you.
Are you guys following? The sisters
Yes.
begin to kind of shuffle forward. Is anybody not moving?
I mean, I get those guys pulling a bow at me like a dead stare for a while
Okay.
before I moved.
Are you going to move, though?
Oh yeah, I mean I'd
All
move,
right.
like a few seconds after like
Okay.
everybody else moved.
All right. Marius,
Mhm.
are you following?
Yes, I'll be following.
Okay.
And he's
it's
speaking perfect Reichspiel.
perfect.
Does he have an accent?
It's perfect.
Perfect? Impressive.
Yes.
I don't even know our language.
It's Teclis, bro.
As you walk inside the cave. Well, I should know it well enough. I've been advisor to your emperor for some time. You can call me Master Teclis.
Emperor Magnus.
And that's what we're going to end tonight's episode of Rise of the Forsaken.
Wow.
Hell
So-
yeah, bro, you finally did it. Yo, Teclis!
Oh, yes. I thought that'd be a hell of a point to end on. So
It
we'll
is.
end it there.
I like it.
We'll end it there.
I like it. Where's his brother Tyrion?
You know,
Yeah,
where's
where's
Tyrion?
Tyrion,
I don't
bro?
know.
Where's Tyrion now? I want
All right, we got Teclis. I want Tyrion now.
You know, Tyrion out. Damn it. Greedy bastards.
I
So,
want to see Tyrion fight someone, you know?
of course you do. You might get to see some sorcery. Who knows? But man,
Exciting.
hell of a night, guys. Hell of a night. Don't know where you're at yet, but you're somewhere.
No.
Yeah, you're somewhere indeed. Favorite moments from the cast and crew. Let's start with old Marius Wolf. You got a favorite moment for the night?
It's probably the end, techless, probably exciting stuff right there. Really enjoyed that. So I had a feeling once he said he was a wizard, I was like, this fucking techless. Techless. Like
Generic mage number 53.
No! But yeah, that was definitely probably my favorite moment.
Mm-hmm. How about old Seamus McCready? You got any favorite moments for the night, Doobie?
Yeah, techless, bro.
Of course.
The fans can ask. They can ask for the bloodthirsters they want.
Yes.
And all we asked for is a legendary lord, and then lo and behold,
exactly.
we get
I was asking for a
the legendary lord.
Yeah,
Screw
indeed.
the bloodthirster.
Indeed.
It was techless.
And how about old Bragadine?
All right. Honestly, I really like just where Bragadine has come from being just this pathetic fop to now he's like, no, we've got to protect the women. You carry the priestesses. I will get between the keeper of secrets and you guys. And I really like just where I brought him, where he's not a knight. He's still just a writer, just an artist, but maybe he's even a vampire. We don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
I really like the fact that he's just come to this, instead of being this just total scumbag, except to Theodore. Really, yeah. That's
Yes.
honestly chance for him to be what a noble, what a knight should be. Yeah, even if he's not one.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I get to roleplay Techless. It's going to be difficult. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying Bragadine's character arc. I'm curious to see where he finally ends up. Hopefully that corruption doesn't eat away at his soul. But if I had a favorite moment of the night, it was my lovely Famir ambush, accompanied by magical mist. It's fantastic.
It was so good, actually.
So there might be more to come. Who knows?
That was rough.
I know it was rough.
that was dumb.
Dumb. It's dumb. I got my ass beat the whole time. I know.
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a good time with it. As far as a viewer decision for the next episode, I would like to know from all of you out there in the YouTubes, if we are going to meet our friends, the witch hunter and his companions, or if we are going to stumble across another potential threat in the next episode.
What about meeting some new friends,
Maybe there are some new friends.
Tyrion.
Who knows?
Tyrion.
Tyrion is not an option. So, yes,
trouble.
I would like to know if we are approaching Master Cole, or if we are perhaps on the trail of yet another. So leave that down in the comments section. And man, we are. Oh man, this is a good episode, guys. It was. I'm excited.
I want to play some bloodthirsters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course you do. So
I'll
of
try
course you
anything
do.
with Tyrion and Teclis.
Ask for it. Yeah, Techless is here. You might be able to do something. Who knows?
That's true.
We'll break the horde.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Oh Jesus!
Technically
But as usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Do make sure to leave comments down in the comment section. We all enjoy seeing them, and do make sure to vote in the viewer decision as well. As usual, I have been Jumbo Thick. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Rise of the Forsaken, and we are all looking forward to seeing you in our next episode. Have a good day.